let's get started then. So first, obviously I have my 2 inks, and then this one is Speedball's Super Black India ink in a little thing so I don't mess up the cap, which you can see I already did, but oh well. And then I have this acrylic white ink, and this is Daily Ronnie's acrylic ink, and I put it in here recently, and you can see, probably should have done that earlier because, yeah, kind of ruined this bottle, but it still works, so. Then for backgrounds and eyes, I have these 2 colors from Mystic Moon watercolors on Etsy. So we have Purple Rain and Sensual. And then for embellishments like jewelry and etc., we have this set from Renaissance watercolors on Etsy. And there are a bunch of shiny, holographic, metallic colors. Really pretty. And then we have my sketchbook, of course. It's a moleskin sketchbook. I don't really like moleskin all that much, but it's what I used for my first Inktober, so it's just what I've been using ever since. And here you can see the 2 colors. So obviously, this is Purple Rain, and this is Sensual. And these are the colors I was originally going to use, but I just wanted a purple for the background. And I didn't have a full pan of purple, so I bought a new one. And then I have some studies in the back of how I want to do Inktober this year. You know, I wanted to do more clothes and accessories and do better with hair, and these are failed experiments. And then on this page I really doubled down on the hair. Or I guess this spread, not this page. But yeah, I really like these 2. Don't like these 2. And for kinkier hair, I did do 2 different types of hairstyles, so, but this is what the eye color and the background color is gonna look like on final pieces, so exciting stuff. And then moving on, we have our more technical things. So I've got clips to keep the sketchbook all flat and not move around a bunch. Really big X-Acto clips I got from Blick. And then we have an eraser. This one's seen better days, but this is what it looks like. It's a Factus Extra Soft Eraser. Shout out to Casey Golden for experimenting with a bunch of erasers so I could find the one I liked best. This one's really good. Then a ceramic palette that already has ink in it. A ruler. A thing of masking fluid by Pebio, I'm not sure. It's blue, so it's really nice, and it comes in a little pen, which is also really nice. And then this rubber kind of eraser-like thing to pick up the masking fluid better than an eraser does, while also not erasing your art. Then I have just a mechanical pencil. This one's a Pentel Graph Gear because I just really like the weight of it. It has just generic Target graphite in it. And then I have this gray Copic multi-liner to do over the pencil sketch because I do really, really messy pencil sketches. So it's a nice light gray, so I can go over it with black ink and you won't see it. But it makes the sketch cleaner, so I don't have this really chaotic, horrid sketch when I'm doing my final inking. And then for the inking itself, I've got a bunch of options. So first I've got dip pens and a reservoir pen. So just a bunch of different nibs. And for the most part, I'm going to be using glass dip pens because I just really like them and they don't eat the paper up as much. And then for the paint, for like the eyes, I'm gonna be using this reservoir pen, which is really nice because it's got a big tank. And the big tank is really easy to clean. And it's got a really nice little nib, and it makes the paint, like metallic paints, a lot more even when you put them on than if you were to put them on with a brush. And then it's got this neat little thing on the end you just twist off. And if it gets all clogged, you just... voila. And then that cleans it out of thicker paint or ink. And for bigger spaces and putting the paint in the reservoir pen, I have some brushes. These are Princeton Velvet Touch, one of my favorite watercolor brushes, and a Zen brush. I don't remember the brand. I think it's also Princeton, but this I just use for all my mixing and putting paints into things because it's really frayed and frazzled because I've had it for years, but it's a really good brush for mixing watercolors. And then I have, you know, paper towel, a towel. Then I have just a little thing of thick watercolor paper for testing and swatching on. So far I've only used it for watercolor and a little bit of ink, but this is what I'll be using for all of Inktober, just to clean the nibs and test them, you know. I've got this pile of books that I used for reference. So we've got some photo reference books, but yeah. And then these are clothing reference books. They're technically like anime manga style, which isn't really my style, but they're really good books for, you know, just looking at. Regardless of your style, they can be very helpful. So yeah, that is all my Inktober supplies for this year. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Yeah.